Hello guys, it's me again, Gabriel, and today in Grade Time 3, we're going to start Unit 6, Making a Difference. And as I told you before, I have been making a difference in my neighborhood. I have been recycling everything I could, plastic, paper, and I'm also taking shorter showers to save water and electricity. And you, what have you been doing? Now, let's go to our grammar lesson for Unit 6. It is on page 58. We're going to start with activity number 1. Activity number 1 is based on the text that we just read on page 57. Okay? So, I want you to go back to the page 57. I want you to go back to page 57 and find these 3 sentences, and I want you to complete them here. Okay? And then we're going to correct the activity and complete the role. Alright? So pause the video and do activity 1. Alright guys, that's a simple one, and we just needed to check the sentences on the previous page. So, in a few years, there might not be Number 2, some animals may be gone, will end up. Okay? Alright, good. Before we continue to our role here, I want you to read a sentence from Greta Thunberg. Okay? Take a look. Here, Greta says, the coronavirus pandemic will affect all children. Well, she's not 100% sure, but she has a degree of certainty. There is a future certainty in that saying, in that sentence. So, she says the coronavirus pandemic will affect all children. That's why she uses will. We use will when there is a future certainty about something. Okay, guys? Alright, guys. Now that we have understood the sentence, we're going to complete the rule together. So, we use will, or, in the negative, won't, or will not, to express future certainty. Okay? And, might not, and what did we use in activity 1? May. So, we use may and may not, or might not, to express future possibility. Okay? Don't worry, we're going to see some examples in activity 2. I want you to complete these sentences with will or won't with the verbs. Okay? Remember, will or won't express future certainty. Pause the video and do the activity. Alright, let's check answers for activity 2. Number 1. I'm not exactly sure, but I think she blank be home by 8 o'clock at the latest. Alright, so a future certainty. I'm not exactly sure, but I think she, there is a limit, 8 o'clock. She will be home by 8 o'clock at the latest. Number 2, I wonder if people blank live on other planets in the future. Alright, will live. Number 3, does he have to come with us? I'm sure he blank like any of the people at the party. So there's a level of certainty that he will not like people at the party. So he won't like any of the people at the party. Who do you think blank win the next World Cup? Okay, so who do you think will win the next World Cup? Number 5, it's getting cloudy. Do you think start raining soon? Again, will start raining soon. And number 6, oh, don't worry about my parents. I'm sure they... Alright, so if we don't need to worry, probably they will not be angry. So they won't be angry. Let's check. Alright, guys. Good job. So now, we have our activity 3. In activity 3, we need to circle the correct verbs. For example, number 1, don't worry, I will or I might pick you up at 7. So I want you to circle the correct words and then you come back for the answers, alright? Alright guys, it's time for us to correct our activity. Number 1, don't worry, I will or might pick you up at 7. Alright, don't worry. Well, will again, a future certainty. So, don't worry, there is a future certainty. Number 2, the weather's a real problem. We be able to go for a walk. We may be able to go for a walk. We may not be able to go for a walk. Well, if the weather's a real problem, we may not be able to go for a walk. The negative. She's not feeling well at all. She might or might not have to stay at bed. Well, if she's not feeling well, she might have to stay at home. Number 4, it blank be cold later, so take a sweater with you. It may or may not. Well, it may be cold later, so take a sweater with you. Number 5, my uncle's birthday is tomorrow. We're going to visit him, so we definitely won't be here. Yes, if they are going to visit their uncle, they won't be here because they're definitely a future certainty. I'd like to get up and watch the sunrise with you, but I may or won't. I won't just sleep instead, or I may just sleep instead. Okay, there's a probability. Alright, guys. Okay, now you come back later for the next video on vocabulary. I hope you enjoyed our interview and our grammar explanation with Greta. We're going to have her again in our next grammar video. See you!